And this is our review of Ranma. One half. This is a remake of a show from, I don't know when. I didn't look it up.
I'm assuming it's called Ranma.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I heard this offhand. I think I read an Instagram post on it. A tumbleweed flew by and was like, "It's a remake."
The wind whispered to me.
Yes. I don't know where I heard it, but I was like,
eagle caught in my ear.
Yeah. So it's a new thing that's being posted on Netflix. And it's like a weekly anime. I think they're up to they're the same episodes as Dan is, but we decided to watch episode 1 just to see how it is. And you describe it.
So we're watching it, and the whole time I'm like, oh, I fucking hope it's not like a harem anime. And if you're unfamiliar, a harem anime is where there's one guy surrounded by multiple women, and each woman is attracted to him in some way or wants to like be with him. Hate harem animes. They are distasteful to me. So I was very scared. But it's not, thankfully. It seems like it's very focused on one of the main characters. Like the male main characters has one love interest. Or at least I hope. The other thought that I had is like, oh, this looks like the same art style as Inuyasha. Inuyasha was one of my first animes that I ever watched. I love Inuyasha. It has a very distinct style, and being introduced to the 3 main female characters, I'm like, oh, she looks a lot like Kagome. And him and I were talking about how it looks very like 80s, 90s. So I brought up Inuyasha. It is made by the guy that made Inuyasha.
I want you people at home to know that she explained it like how Vietnam vets explain like how their war experience was. She was like, it's in the eyes. I see it in the eyes.
Very distinct
She looked at me. She's like, grabbed me by the shirt and was like, they're in the eyes.
It's in the eyes, Chico. Yes. They never lie.
They're in the trees. That's what she explained to me.
But yes, very distinct art style. And finding out that it is made by the guy that made Inuyasha, I was like, oh, I like Inuyasha. Maybe I like this. And not to say that I don't like this. It was just very reminiscent of its time. I think is a good way to put it.
Yeah, I would say the way the story plays out is like the dad has 3 daughters, and he has a dojo, I think.
Yeah, he has a dojo.
And he's trying to make sure the dojo has a continuation once he dies, which he looks like he's fucking 40. I mean, I don't know.
He's just being a dude.
Yeah, I guess back then they die at like 45 for reasons. But this guy's amazing stash, by the way. This guy has the best 80s stash ever.
I was about to say, this to be clear, like this show doesn't take place in like an earlier time, like not like the 40s or like the 20s or something. It looks like it takes place in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah. So the dad's like, we need to marry you off to have somebody be the next successor of the dojo.
One of the daughters. There's 3.
Yes, because he only had daughters and he's upset. So he calls his one friend that he has, and he's like, hey, you have a son who is
single,
who's fertile.
Ew. Ew.
And is like, hey, send them over my way. I have 3 daughters. Choose. And the guy's like, all right, I bet when I get back down from my training session in China, I'll be back. And what seemed like a fever dream is this dude, a panda, and this girl fighting in the streets like it's kung fu fighting.
One of his notes literally says Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I literally have Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda used the steel chair. Like it was actually a pretty cool like fight scene.
Yeah, it was.
But I had no idea what the fuck was happening. I had to go rewind a second because I was like, did I miss something?
Yeah, it was very like jarring the way that it just jumped to some girl beating up a panda.
Yeah.
In the middle of the street.
I thought that it was the main character. What's her name? Akemi. Akane. I don't know. I know it's Akane. I thought it was just
Akane.
Kane. I thought that it was like her fever dream when she was like upset that she might be getting married off because she hates men. Which fair. Like, but yeah, it ended up being a girl who was like, we're like, what? A girl's gonna be married off to one of the daughters, and the dad was like, damn it. And I have in my notes, dad is upset the man is a woman. How maga. And then my next literal note is how true this became, because it turns out that woman is a man. Because when he gets water on him, hot water means he turns into a man. Cold, no, hot water means he turns back into a girl, or turns into a girl, and then cold water means turns back into a man. He's originally a man.
No, you have it backwards.
Okay, the other way then. So the girl is a guy.
And he was originally always been a guy.
He was always a guy. So the dad was right on that. he was okay. He was, so when the girl showed up, he was like,
yeah, he was like, son of a bitch.
He was like, God damn it, the woke got him. He was before he God damn it, the goddamn woke liberals got him.
His like female, like the because his female form also does not look like his like male form.
No.
Like they're very different looking. His female form almost looks like Shippo in Inuyasha. I don't know if like you know yeah, he looks just like him. Yeah.
So yeah, like that happens, and we find out the whole backstory about how the dad of Ranma. Why can't I say this name? Ranma.
Why do you want to say it with a southern accent? You're like Ranma. Ranma.
So Ranma's dad also is the panda, right? So we find out the backstory that they went to go train in some like, I don't know, like mountain range. And if they fall into one of the pools of water that are around there, they transform into something.
Yeah, there was natural like springs in this training ground, and they're all cursed apparently. So the ones that they fell in, like for the dad fell into that's the pool of the drowned panda.
They had a mountain ranger guy who was like explaining, like he's like, don't be training up there. If you fall, when you fall into that's where a panda fell in, tragic, and died.
And now they're cursed, whoever falls in there.
And then the dad comes up and fights and pushes the kid into another pool.
Oh no, that's the pool of the drowned girls.
Okay, that was a really funny bit. I'll give him that. That was a really hilarious bit. And I hope it was very it was reminiscent of like Uncle Iroh being like, this flower, most delicious drink in the world, or deadly drink.
This will either cure my rash or kill me within seconds.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of, and that bit was so funny. Yeah, and then they get back to like the household. They're like, Ranma. Grandma. Ranma is like naked as a girl. There's a bunch of naked scenes with her basically running into Akemi. I can't say the name.
Akane.
What is wrong with me? I can't read. I've said this multiple times. I can't read. I'm not beating the allegation. I am beating the allegation because I can't read. So they ran into the shower a bunch of times, and like she's naked.
Just ran into each other naked multiple times.
They shower multiple times a day. That's what I got out of the show.
Yeah, I'm like, why is she going? I guess she didn't get to shower the first time.
Why is he showering?
Because they told her. You missed that part, I think. They told her like, oh, hey girl, like.
No. I know that.
You've been working out. You're kind of sweaty. Go take a shower. And then Akane was like, completely not in the conversation. Was like, oh, I'm done training. Let me go take a shower.
Oh, okay. They showered at least 3 times this episode. It was a three shower day.
Akane didn't get to go shower.
All right.
Because she found out that Ranma is a boy. Yeah. So she like decks him and And then she went back to try to shower again. He's the fucking weirdo because he was like back in there.
I think if
when he was already in the bath.
You gotta think at this point, like, how many times has everybody walked in on each other? Like, this couldn't have just been a one-time occurrence. Everybody's walked. Why don't people wear towels? We have towels in the same room. Why don't we just have the towels, easy accessible towels?
Yeah, I think that was the thing. Like, and I know that she didn't know that like he was in there.
Yeah.
And when she thought that he was a girl.
Yeah.
But like in their like culture, it's not uncommon for like women to bathe together.
Yeah.
Like bathhouses and stuff. So that's like fine. It's just like why is there no like covering up regardless of that?
I don't know.
Because there's still like, because if you're thinking about it, like, yes, there are like 3 women there, but there is still their dad.
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
why is there no like covering up like more easily like accessible?
This must be a common occurrence because there ain't no way someone's just opening up doors. Now they got a panda living with them. This is gonna be an absolute. I mean, the panda has a more clothes. The panda didn't have any clothes on.
No, the panda did not have any clothes
Which
on.
is the dad?
The dad does in his.
How does that work? So he goes into the water and he comes back out with clothes.
Movie magic, babe.
I don't know. No, Ranma 1.5. Episode 1.
I'd watch it again.
I watched the next episode. So next.
I just hope it's not as horny as this one.
Yeah,
like when I say horny, it's just that they showed a lot of naked bodies.
Yeah. So we'll continue watching it. We could probably watch multiple episodes since it's a little bit ahead. So we'll let you guys know what it is. But that's Ranma 1.5. Let us know if you've watched it. And if you haven't, let us know you haven't watched it in the comments. And leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.